It's going to go up on my shelf behind me with along with the a sealed copy of the C64 edition that I've got, which is just very cool.
Nice. You might just win. There's a lot of entries though. So if you win, you're going to be an extremely lucky one, and I'm sure you'll be happy. That'll end in a few hours, so make sure you go enter before time is up. Prodax getting beat to the Fent Baylor here, so MYINSANITY grabbing that all
good to see
important Fent Baylor.
Good to see both teams seeing the importance of that baler.
Right.
I'm still not sold on picking up that John Deere baler over the Kuhn baler.
Yeah.
The John Deere baler, where is it? There we go. Yeah, the John Deere baler, it goes faster, but it still requires more to do it. I think you would be better off sacrificing the work speed for the less fill volume.
Right. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. First bale, 132.
I think that is our highest today.
Definitely our highest today. Close to the highest of the weekend, for sure. The record, of course, is 140. Did we have a
137 yesterday?
I can't remember.
At one point.
But we've definitely not had a whole lot in the 130-plus range this weekend. Teams aren't putting as much importance on it. And I think part of that may be due to teams really liking this combo of starting off with the Case Puma with the Fent. And it just slows you down when you're operating it like you see him doing now, just because it lacks a little bit of horsepower. But you make it up in the end by pressing more bales, so it's A-okay.
Yeah, I think the thing with this is that it slows it down. It probably slows it down to being equal with the Kuhn baler doing it this way. So where that Fent baler really comes in is if you've got a large tractor and you're baling with it later on. At this point, it tends to even out with John Deere, I think. Although we do see MYINSANITY have one more bale than
yeah, and now they're not running the baler, but just in that little bit of time, able to get that one in their advantage already early on. We're 20 seconds away from the first drop. Both teams are emptying their harvesters into the grain cart. MYINSANITY, I love the play on words.
Yeah.
Mystic, I think that one went over your head a bit there. Don't think he was being literal. But I know MYINProfit well, and I know he doesn't have much sanity left, so. Slowdown has been picked up by a MANITOU here, so it's a 20% decrease in speed for MYINSANITY. Hello again to everyone on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Thanks for being along for this journey with us through the Season 3 group stages. This is our second of the 5th matches in Group D, so we still have plenty more to come today before it's all said and done.
And still around 1,000 people joining us here today across all 4 platforms. So
love it.
Thank you, everybody.
Having a look at Jan from MYINSANITY, bringing in some grain at the silo. Prodax doing the same for MANITOU. We can see them pretty close on with each other as they go back and forth now, emptying their grain carts at the silo.
And neither team going for the harvester delivery at the silo plan, both dumping them at the 12-minute mark.
All right, here we go. Yosho coming in right in time for the dad joke talk. What's up, Yosho? Good to see all these awesome people in here.
Doing dad jokes all day. What are we on about?
Yeah, Felden Yeah, you guys are late though. Feldon's been doing dad jokes since like I was up at the beginning at 2 a.m. my time, so he's really been bringing the cheese already today. That's for sure. Good to see everybody. I'm glad you guys are able to stop in. We've got 3 more matchups to go after this, so yeah, we're looking at a few more hours to go. Yesterday we finished up about 3 hours from now, so if it runs the same length, we've got plenty of time left for more FSL action. Sky Arrow, I think, thank you for that compliment. Much appreciated.
Yes, thank you very much, Sky Arrow.
You know, I'm not exactly sure who runs the cameras, but I'm actually going to ask them and see if we get an answer. Is it
Helper B?
Helper B.
It would be a Sunday FSL stream without the cheesiest ad jokes in the chat and commentary. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And how are we on the bail? Interestingly, yeah, MYINSANITY actually it's expected. MYINSANITY already got a 3 bail advantage here.
Wow. It wouldn't be a Sunday FSL stream without the cheesiest of dad jokes in chat and commentary. Yeah, yeah, I love it, guys. I'll see if I can, you know, I've at least informed them. I said, who runs the camera switching because you're getting lots of love this weekend from the Twitch chat. It looks like I might be getting an answer here because this person does deserve praise because I'm with you guys. It helps us as casters as well to be able to quickly see where the action is. And it has been really great this weekend.
We got a reply, for those wondering, we got a reply from the official FSL Esports guys.
It's Jan, Nicholas, and Chris.
Is 14.
Oh, okay, the youngest players are around 14.
And the oldest is 56.
There you go. So yeah, and then we got an answer as well from the stream team saying it's Jan, Nicholas, and Chris this time who are running it. So I think they mean Chris Amon, our CEO. So I would imagine, or maybe it's Chalky. I don't think he's working this weekend though. We've got a lot of Chris's, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, which Chris?
I'm gonna ask that now. Why did the coffee file police report? It got mugged. Okay, here we go again. Well done, Spartan.
Oh, God, yeah. Why do cows have hooves instead of feet? Because they lack toes.
Yeah. What has ears but cannot hear? A cornfield.
Man.
Love it.
Absolutely brilliant.
After an unsuccessful growing season, why did the farmer decide to have a career in music? Because he had a ton of sick beats. Well done. How do you get a farm girl to like you? Some of you know this because I've told it already. How do you get a farm girl to like you? A tractor.
Oh, jeez. I find myself laughing at these way too much. Right, where's my paper? I need to write these down.
How did the organic vegetable die? Natural causes.
Natural
nice.
causes. Right.
Oh no, it's not. It's not the CEO. Okay, okay, a different Chris. A new colleague. He is an event technician who is helping out this weekend and could potentially become an official member of the FSL team, from what I understand from that message. So, yeah, wrong Chris again. So many Chris's. It's hard to keep up at times. But our CEO, Chris Amon, is a big supporter, obviously, for the FSL, and he's closely watching all of it and is really behind, you know, us trying to grow it. So, it's great to see because
he's also pretty awesome. I've sat down and had some good conversations with Chris. So yeah, he is pretty awesome.
Well, there is a penalty for driving through the standing crops if you don't have a tractor with narrow tires on it, because then it'll slow you down big time. And then you also are destroying the crop, but there's more than enough wheat in the FSL to harvest. It's all about speed in the FSL. We get this a lot. I understand that, like, you know, longtime players of regular farm sim, it may bother you because when you're playing, you're not wasting any of that crop, right? Wasting crop in normal farm sim is a very bad thing. Wasting it in the FSL, not that big of a deal because there's more than you'll ever be able to harvest in a 15-minute round.
Yeah. My realism hat definitely comes off during farm sim weekend. Or FSL weekend.
What do you call a cow with a twitch? Beef jerky?
Jerky, yeah.
Oh my Yosho. And I got a /ban Kermit for my farm girl a tractor joke. I thought that one was pretty good, to be honest. And topically appropriate too.
And we're seeing teams beginning to get... Ooh! Lars getting himself caught on the
How did
bridge.
he get through there? How in the world? Oh,
that is
nice
so lucky.
save.
That would have been it for MYINSANITY getting that stuck there.
Ooh,
What's a
boost. Hello. And MYINSANITY coming for... Or no, it's Manitou.
Since the camera guys have got praised, they've got really, really into it.
MYINSANITY doing the waiting game again, where they're maybe forcing, or Manitou rather, forcing MYINSANITY to think they have a chance just so they waste time going after it. But bottom boost for Manitou, do they have bales at the barn on the Anderson loader ready to put in? Yes, they do. Here we go. Let's see. There's a bale-tastic.
They got the bale-tastic. They're too slow for the second one, though.
But no counterpoints for MYINSANITY either. Plus 20 points per bale and the 50 bonus points for the bale-tastic. So a good bit of play there by Manitou.
But MYINSANITY still have 22 bales out there, and that is plenty.
I like how the chat has just turned into dad jokes now.
Oh, man.
Everyone's going crazy.
These cow jokes are getting utterly ridiculous.
Wow. I love it. 2.5 minutes to go. 566, 586 to 477 now.
It's beginning to infect the Facebook stream as well. Good thing you guys have a captive audience. Thank you, Weatherman. Hello, NBC Master Dad. Welcome along. What do you call a cow with no calf?
See, I've heard that one before. I've heard that one way too many times, to be honest, to be fair. Sorry, Rico.
Jellyfriend, this is indeed a
so
sporting moment.
MYINSANITY have 6 extra bales at the moment, so they can turn this around very easily. They're only down by 9 points, and they have 7 extra bales outstanding, and they have them here at the barn. So even though Manitou got the bottom boost, it might not be enough for them here. They've run out of bales now. Manitou are waiting, I'm guessing, to try to counter and get some extra points. I don't know if they've timed it right. We will see.
That's going to take it up 7. They have not.
And MYINSANITY in the lead now with a minute to go.
MYINSANITY in the lead.
And they have the bales, but MYINSANITY only have 2 of their 5 bales at the barn.
Oh, 45 seconds. Both teams have 3 bales left. That is not enough for... Oh, no, man. This is over.
Oh, Dennis going for a ride.
Dennis is not getting off that bridge.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. one of those bales is going to fall off, but those two going in and the lead is more than enough for MYINSANITY. That one going in the bottom now, and Dennis is stuck yet again. So
this
has spelled the end of this round. MYINSANITY is going to take this one. Without that bottom boost and the Bale-tastic, this would have been a lot bigger of a margin of a victory for MYINSANITY as well. So MYINSANITY takes the first of the best of 3 here.
So, yeah, that is look at the extra number of bales for MYINSANITY.
And they were able to get
extra
that
10
Fent baler. All right, here we go. MYINSANITY 1 win away from advancing to take on Herman for a chance to be that 7th of the 8 teams into the quarterfinal. All right, a little bit of roughness out of the gate there for PB400 for MYINSANITY. And MYINSANITY not going to even be challenged for the Fent baler this time. Both teams went for it last time. This time, MANITOU not even bothering. This is awesome, says Slayer. I'm so glad I found this. Well, welcome. We love when newcomers find the FSL and fall in love with it. This is the Season 3 Championship group stages. So we've got a few more matches today, probably a couple more hours, 2 to 3 hours left. And then we'll also be back early December. I think they're shooting for around like the 3rd or the 4th, somewhere like that, for the finals of the World Championship. That'll be quarterfinals and beyond.
I'm kind of very much hoping that's going to be the case because it starts getting busy after that.
Right. Well, it was supposed to be today, right? Like today was supposed to be the quarterfinals to the final, but we had to change plans on Monday because of COVID rearing its ugly head, even more so again in the area that the office is in Bavaria and Germany. So kind of had to adapt on the fly. This would have originally been going on yesterday, Group C and D, and then today would have been the finals starting at the quarterfinal stage. But we are unfortunately going to have to wait. But the good news about that is because we have to wait, they're going to switch it to being in Switzerland, and we hope to have an in-person event for the quarterfinals and beyond, which would be a great compromise for having to do this part of the championship online only, because it's just a little bit more special when you can see those teams there in person celebrating and also being in anguish when something goes against them, or when something crazy happens, being absolutely shocked by what the other team has done. It's just great to see those reactions. First bales were 121 to 115 in the favor of MANITOU here. 12:50 to go.
And Prodax opening up that auger wagon.
Good morning, Auto Racing, who says good morning from North Dakota. Good morning to you as well. You watched the nail biter yesterday with LSA. Yeah, that was a good one. LSA into the quarterfinals. The lowest seed so far to make it into the quarterfinals. The 10th overall seed of the 16 coming into this weekend. And they had a great showing, beating Valtra, the 2nd seed, in match 2 of Group B. And Valtra had to then go into the losers bracket and come from behind as well after being a game down to make it. So Valtra a little bit shaky yesterday, but all that matters is getting there. Doesn't matter how you get to the finals, just getting there is important. Once you're there, then you want to bring your A game, but just getting there is the most important part. With these two teams, MYINSANITY's 5th place and MANITOU is 12th place. So we still have a potential for a seed lower than 10th place to make it. Perdinger have already dropped into the losers bracket in Group D. They lost to Herman in our previous matchup. They're the 13th place team. So the 12th and 13th place teams still alive here. But it's also tough. They've got the 4th and 5th place teams throughout Season 3 to compete with. Definitely the closest between the top-ranked teams of all the groups that have featured this weekend.
I'm not sure Lars wanted that.
Oh.
He jumped out of his combine in the wrong place and picked up
Bridges
by mistake.
lowered. Yeah, he picked up Bridges lowered. and not speed up. So you're probably right. It's probably not the intended drop to pick up there.
Well, he sort of got out of his combine, ran round, and went, "Oh, it's not there anymore."
So Tom Fullery on Facebook says, the FSL sounds cool, but too bad consoles aren't allowed. They aren't allowed now, but it is a long-term goal of ours. So who knows? One day. Keep the faith. We've seen interest in it. It's just getting it figured out logistically. It's not going to happen like next month, but it is a long-term goal.
Todd Templar, not all of the equipment in the FSL is in FS19. The big ones I can think of is the Case and New Holland balers are in here, and actually the Chrome baler is if you get Straw Harvest. But yeah, the New Holland and Case balers aren't. The good news is the New Holland and Case balers are in FS22, which will be out in just over a week.
There you have it. Felden, thank you for that. So you said currently it's on the schedule for December 5th in Bergdorf, Switzerland. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but definitely, like you said, keep an eye out for updates. But it is going to be around that range. I think that's what they're aiming for sure. Kalwana, they played well. They really did, Kalwana Gaming. They were a bit unfortunate, I would say, in that they didn't advance. But they gave a good showing. They played Cortiva really strongly. They beat Astragon and made it to Game 5, the losers bracket game, to get into the second place finish and into the quarterfinals. And they beat Krona in the first game, didn't they, Alex? I think so. And then
they
Krona,
did.
Krona responded well and won 2 in a row to advance over them. But yeah, pretty good showing overall from Kalwana. I think they're going to be disappointed, rightfully so, to not make it to the quarterfinals, but they should also be proud of the showing they had. They had some pretty solid games and just very minimal mistakes. Just not quite enough. I think
they will be a team to watch in Season 4.
Not in FSL, Slayer. You pretty much see what you see is what is the FSL. It's all about harvesting the grain to increase your multiplier and delivering bales to score points. There's all kinds of drops and perks and stuff that changes that strategy a bit, but that's kind of the gist of it. This is FS19 Arska Van that the Farming Simulator League client currently runs on. We don't have any news to share about when or if it'll come to 22 at this time. We'll probably have some news about Season 4 of the FSL coming early in 2022, so probably 2 months from now. Definitely after the World Championships, there'll be at least like a month off in between, I'd imagine. Bale Multiplier and Speed Limit are the drops here, so Bale Multiplier could be a good one to get at this point in the game. Both teams with a decent amount of bales.
I think minute mark is when you want to see that Bale Multiplier turn up. Both teams heading in that general direction, but neither of them sort of actually anywhere near either of those pickups. And
Bale Multiplier for MYINSANITY.
And
Homer going to do the same.
To pick up.
Well, now with the Bale Multiplier, you need to get your Anderson loader in. There's no point in getting it if you're not going to deliver bales and score some points. So Dennis is actually headed to the silo to increase the multiplier further. MYINSANITY is already there. So we'll see now if both teams are ready to deliver some bales and score the points. Currently only the first bale points on the board for both teams. Both teams got the same multiplier for the bale multiplier too. It's 1.5 times, so no slight advantage for either team in that regard. Although now MANITOU has a 2.1 to 1.9 regular multiplier advantage. So they need to score some bales right now, MANITOU, and Homer is working on that. Got 2 on the belt. This is going to be a nice little boost in points. So 24 points there per bale for MANITOU. The only problem is he only had 1 more. But it looks like MYINSANITY are going to score 2 with the multiplier as well. So MANITOU are going to come out ahead overall in this little exchange here with the bale multiplier. Not a whole lot of scoring going on.
the smallest amount of grain. They just need to put a little bit in. Or this is going to leave them at a disadvantage the whole way through.
That's cool, Chameleon. That's a great idea. Thank you for that feedback. Yeah, NBC, we're working on that. Of course, I've told you that before, you know, but I know that everyone's excited to see it, but we're working on it. It's a long-term goal. We do have a chance for at least one one-off tournament early next year if we can pull it off. So we'll have more information to share about that hopefully soon. But beyond that, we'd like to do more too. It's just logistically, you know. We'll have to scale the staff in North America too, because right now, Alex and I are, you know, we're just talking over the mic from the comfort of our homes in the UK and the US.
Yeah.
The team in Germany are doing all the hard work, running the broadcast, running the event itself, organizing all the teams and all the matchups and making sure all the players get in. So we would have to also scale our staff here in North America for those type of things to happen. But once the U.S. office is open, that'll happen. It's going to be happening soon.
You'd be running everything on your own, and I'm not sure an FSL set up that way would
work.
I
can do the scrimmage streams, but that's a whole different beast than an official tournament, you know? So, yeah, it takes a team for these things to go smoothly, and the FSL team does a fantastic job. Crazy Tool is our super drop.
I'm not sure either team will go for that.
Yeah, probably not. Look at, so 4 bale advantage for MYINSANITY. The Fent Baler showing its superiority again. They've got a lot of bales here at the barn already too. BB had went out to the field to bring a couple in, and so there's a lot sitting and waiting for him as he's back at the barn now. And this can just, it's going to be a 1-point lead now for Manitou, and it's going to be MYINSANITY taking the lead here in a moment. They're even on bales now, and actually Manitou has a 1 advantage with a 1-point lead. And they have the multiplier advantage, 2.1 to 1.9. It is crazy, like just that minuscule amount of grain separating MYINSANITY and Manitou from being even on the multiplier, and that could cost MYINSANITY here.
It could. I'm amazed that they haven't just, it's a tiny amount, and I'm amazed they haven't just grabbed a harvester, put a small amount in it, just done a tiny bit of harvesting and taken that harvester and dumped it in the thing, because if they lose because of this, that is where that cost is going to be.
I know you're excited, NBC. I know that's why you're saying it, and I know everyone is excited for it. It's great to see, just in like the last, you know, few months. I started in July. It's now November. So really, I've only been an employee for about 4 months or so. And in that amount of time, because of the scrimmage streams and also the official tournaments, like there's so many more people that get up early in North America to watch these official tournaments too. For a while there was a limit on how many of the crazy ones of us there were that wanted to get up this early and watch the FSL, but it's growing exponentially now, and it's lovely to see because our game is really a worldwide game. So connecting the communities together is important, and we're going to just keep growing this thing over the next few years, both the base game, Farming Simulator, and the FSL as well. MYINSANITY 648 to 563. They've just been able to bring more of their bales in at this point. Just over a minute to go, and they have over a 100-point lead now. Manitou can make it up. They have 5 extra bales. They're getting 2 extra points per bale, so it's by no means over with a minute to go. It's going to come down to maybe a bale falling off the belt or so. We'll see how it plays out.
This is so close. And yeah, Manitou have the bales to win this.
$762 to $710. That gap closing a bit. Manitou with 4 more about to go on.
Getting these bales on here.
The problem is they have 9, and there's only 6 sitting there, though, for Manitou. They have 9 outstanding, but only 6 sitting there and ready, whereas MYINSANITY looks likely to score all of theirs. I don't know if Manitou will. They're coming in now, and it's probably too late to put them into the top. That is the widest turn I've seen as well. 8:38. Okay, a 2-point lead for MYINSANITY. They're about to extend it a bit. They're going to have to put those into the bottom, and he's missed.
Oh, 3 seconds. No! Are they going in?
It's not enough anyways. It would have been a 1-point win for MYINSANITY regardless. And Manitou should have won that, but they left 2 bales out, and they waited too long to get them in. And if you have the points advantage, it doesn't matter if you don't.
Manitou had 3 bales at the bottom. There was enough for them to win it. Would have won it 866.